Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. F1 News. Max Verstappen brutally mocks George Russell as Charles Leclerc left very angry. Express Sport brings you all the latest Formula One news as the 2024 season reaches its climax. Just 3 races of the 2024 Formula One season remain, with Max Verstappen on course for a 4th straight Drivers' Championship title. McLaren's Lando Norris had flirted with the prospect of extending the title battle up until the end, but a series of errors in recent weeks has it looking like a case of when not if for Verstappen. It's left very little to race for on the track in the final month of the season, with most of the focus fixed on the comings and goings at several different constructors. George Russell is among those no doubt feeling the pressure, as the Mercedes driver prepares to step into the shadow left behind by the departing Lewis Hamilton. Russell's seat for the 2025 campaign isn't under any threat, but the Brit has been told he could be at risk of losing his spot in the Silver Arrows car the following year, should his performances not improve. The intensity of Formula One's 2024 season continues to reach new heights, and this past weekend's drama saw Max Verstappen deliver a scathing jab at George Russell, while Ferrari's Charles Leclerc was left very angry following a controversial incident during the race. Verstappen's mockery of Russell. Max Verstappen, the 2-time world champion and dominant force of the current F1 season, took aim at Mercedes driver George Russell after the British driver's comments about his driving. During the post-race debrief, Russell criticized Verstappen for his aggressive tactics during a late race battle at the Brazilian Grand Prix, accusing the Dutchman of being overly forceful in defending his position. In typical Verstappen fashion, the Red Bull star responded with brutal sarcasm. When asked about the incident, he said, "I didn't realize I was racing against a future world champion, but maybe he is, I don't know. I thought we were fighting for a position in a race, not for an award for best sportsmanship. If you don't want to get passed, then don't let yourself be passed." Verstappen's response left many in the paddock stunned at the level of mockery, with some even suggesting that it revealed his growing frustration with Russell's growing prominence in the sport. The feud between Verstappen and Russell has simmered for some time, especially after their on-track battles at the start of the 2024 season, where Russell, a former Mercedes protégé, found himself at odds with Verstappen's unrelenting pace. However, Verstappen has shown little patience for any criticism regarding his racing style, often defending his aggressive approach as part of his winning mentality. For Verstappen, whose championship success has been built on precisely that kind of mindset, it seems that Russell's comments were seen as unwarranted. "The race was hard, but it was clean," Verstappen added in his response. "I'm not going to apologize for racing hard." Charles Leclerc's anger and Ferrari frustrations. Meanwhile, on the Ferrari side, Charles Leclerc was visibly upset following a controversial sequence of events during the race that led to a disappointing finish. The Monegasque driver, who had been in the hunt for a podium finish, was forced to retire after a series of mechanical issues and a contentious pit stop strategy. Leclerc, who has often been the more vocal and emotional figure within Ferrari, was particularly upset after a mix-up with the team's race engineers led to a botched pit stop. Ferrari had opted for a double-stack stop in an attempt to undercut rivals, but poor timing and communication between the pit crew and the driver resulted in a costly delay. Leclerc was very angry as he vented over the radio, criticizing the team for what he saw as a lack of proper execution at a crucial moment. "This is a disaster. Why are we doing this every single time?" he shouted, his voice tinged with frustration. Though Ferrari has made improvements in its car performance in recent races, the team's ongoing reliability issues and miscommunication during pit stops have plagued Leclerc's season. After retiring from the race, Leclerc made his feelings clear, stating, "I don't know what we need to fix, but we need to fix everything. I'm not fighting for second place, I'm fighting for wins, and this is not how we do it." The issues are compounded by Ferrari's strategic failures in key races, and the lack of consistent podiums or victories has left Leclerc and his team battling not just the competition, but also growing internal frustration. Some within the paddock suggest that this may be Leclerc's last season with the Scuderia unless significant changes are made at Maranello. The bigger picture. As the 2024 F1 season heads towards its final stretch, tensions within the driver ranks continue to rise. Max Verstappen's domination at the front of the grid has left little room for rivals to breathe, while young drivers like George Russell and Charles Leclerc are increasingly feeling the pressure to take their teams to the next level. Russell's clash with Verstappen is only the latest in a series of high-profile on-track disputes, as the younger generation of drivers seeks to challenge the old guard. However, Verstappen's words serve as a reminder of just how much harder it is to dethrone the reigning champion, both on and off the track. For Ferrari, Leclerc's frustration underscores the larger issues within the team. Despite having one of the most talented drivers in the sport, Ferrari is still struggling to put together a consistent challenge to Red Bull, let alone Mercedes or Aston Martin. If these issues aren't resolved soon, the team may find itself facing an even bigger challenge, keeping a frustrated Leclerc from exploring options elsewhere. With the season nearing its conclusion, it's clear that these rivalries, both on and off the track, are far from over. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.